Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our exploration into this amazing language. And language is the currency of thinking. By showing you the language, I show you how Chinese operates. 目光短浅 was what we talked about yesterday of the eyesight. It's really short and shallow. So that's our Chinese elaborate way to say short-sighted. So today we have 目 and 光 carried over, same thing, but plug in two new concepts to make it very concrete. Like, okay, short-sighted, like what? Like a mouse. Okay, 鼠目寸光. Okay, 鼠 looks like this. It's a visual way to depict this rodent animal with sharp teeth. So the top portion you can look at as teeth symbol. You have top and bottom. Actually, this, okay, teeth open like this, right? It's top and bottom. But here in the Chinese representation, it becomes horizontal. It actually should be like that, but this probably is for the ease of writing. So instead of writing the teeth kind of like that, right? It's harder to draw like this. Horizontal is more, you see our wrist is made to draw things horizontally. It's easier than this. You have to use a lot bigger, the whole arm to draw this way. This, well, probably a little bit, but it's harder move than this way. So anyway, that's my theory why a lot of things are like this move. Instead of drawing this way, right? We draw this way. We draw the box. Box is fixed. You have to draw, a rectangle. Vertically stacked versus horizontally rectangle is the same. That's okay. But this is much efficient than you draw this way, right? So anyways, that's my theory. So these are the teeth, the top and bottom teeth. Horizontally depicted, flipped, rotated. Okay, the bottom here, okay, this three finger thing used to be the hand symbol that depict human hands, but I guess you can kind of see it as claws of this rodent as well, or you can view it as the fluffy hair horizontal going. We talk about sheep, right? It's like poof. It's hair going horizontal and this cute little tail. So that's a visual abstract, like the most important features of this rodent to mean it's a mouse. And if you see it, you kind of can get it, right? It's not exactly like a Mickey Mouse, that cute, but you got the main part that got teeth, got fluffy or little claws and got a tail. You got it. It's a mouse. Okay. Mu, we talked about before, is our eyes with eyeball in the middle, but eventually this is more efficient way to say it, to write it. So that becomes a box with two horizontal lines. And 寸, okay. Again, this trident, is it called a trident? It's a type of weapon that used by Poseidon. I don't know. Anyways, that's actually a Chinese hand symbol with three finger hand. That's our hand symbol. And then there's this pointer horizontally pointing to here. So Chinese actually use that to mean an inch. Of course, it's a Chinese inch. It's not the standardized imperial measurement of like starting from Britain, right? An inch is a particular like 2.54 centimeter, okay? The rest of the world is using metric system. But British and its main child, America, USA, is using inch system. So this inch is different from the Chinese inch, okay? Even if we translate as inch. So this is a measurement of on your hand about this position. Like this is how far of this inch measurement. It just visually indicated to you. Okay, so and actually this, why it's used this in Chinese language to mean an inch, the measurement, because this position over here is most commonly used touch point for doctors. Okay, Chinese doctor, picture that. It's different from Western doctor in the white costume. It's different. Chinese doctor, mostly long hair, long beard, old man, of course, and who is going to diagnose you by touching exactly this point on your wrist. I use doctor like that once. I mean, Chinese doctor, even if it's contemporary doctor, still, this is something specialized by Chinese doctor. They can sometimes have the skill of touching just your wrist. It can feel your blood pressure. It can feel your heartbeat, right? A lot of information can be captured just by touching directly. So it's like a doctor is a human sensor. Instead of using Western, device to measure how you're doing, medically, Chinese doctor can simply touch here and have a lot of stuff to tell. Okay, so this is a common touch point for doctor's diagnosis in China. So every Chinese know about that. So this becomes the symbol to mean, okay, from here to here, that's the inch we're talking about. Okay, so it's a measurement of distance. And everybody knows where that is. Okay, and guang, same, we have the fire on the top and the legs at the bottom. I mean, this is a funny representation, but it's a human figure, simplified human figure on the bottom. So then it's the light because it's depicting the source of the light above a person. That's the sun. So that's the main light source back then before electricity. So 鼠目寸光, we talked about yesterday. 目 and 光 are the two main conditions for people to see, right? Eyesight, basically. And here we're pairing this 目 and 光 with 鼠 and 寸. Okay. See if it can make a logical sense for you. 鼠目, depicting the mouse's eye, right? And 寸光, depicting the eyesight, how far it can see. It's actually inches away. Okay, so this is another way to say it's really, really extremely short-sighted, just like what a mouse can see. So I search online to say, oh, is that true? Like mouse or rodent have really short-sighted eyesight? Turn out to be true. And somebody answered this question, like hamster, yes, they can only see a few inches away from their nose, the tip of the nose. So probably this far. That's how short the sight is. So if we say 鼠目寸光, we use that on a particular person. It doesn't mean the physical eyesight, of course. It means somebody who is nearsighted, who doesn't see far, who has no clue. Danger is coming or big opportunity is right next door. Something like that, like somebody who is really lived in their own bubble, doesn't really see far, that kind of derogative sense of a person's vision. It's like no vision person. 鼠目寸光. I hope we don't, like all the audience here, including myself, try to avoid this mouse sighting. All right, cash into the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.